In a night that will be remembered for decades, Terence "Bud" Crawford once again proved why he belongs among the greatest fighters of all time. Facing Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez in a super middleweight showdown, Crawford delivered a masterclass in skill, speed, and ring IQ, earning a unanimous decision victory and making history as the first male boxer to become the undisputed champion in 3 different weight divisions. The fight, billed as one of the most significant matchups of the modern boxing era, took place before a packed arena buzzing with anticipation. Canelo entered as the reigning undisputed super middleweight king, while Crawford already held the distinction of unifying titles at lightweight and junior welterweight, as well as becoming the undisputed champion at welterweight. The stakes were historic, and both fighters carried the pride of their legacies into the ring. From the opening bell, it was clear that Crawford's game plan revolved around precision and patience. Using his trademark switch-hitting style, Bud alternated between orthodox and southpaw stances, keeping Canelo guessing. Crawford's jab consistently found its mark, disrupting Alvarez's rhythm and preventing the Mexican champion from settling into his usual pressure-fighting approach. Canelo, known for his granite chin and devastating counter-punches, tried to cut off the ring and impose his power. However, Crawford's footwork and defensive awareness allowed him to slip, pivot, and reset before Alvarez could land his signature combinations. By the middle rounds, the crowd could sense that Crawford's tactical dominance was becoming undeniable. In round 6, Crawford showcased his sharp timing by landing a crisp left hand that snapped Canelo's head back, drawing roars from the crowd. Alvarez responded in the 8th with a furious body attack, momentarily slowing Crawford down and raising hopes for a comeback. Yet, Crawford's composure never wavered. He adjusted, re-established his jab, and resumed dictating the tempo. The championship rounds saw both fighters dig deep, but Crawford's accuracy and consistency stole the show. Every time Canelo surged forward, Crawford answered with clean counters. The difference in speed was evident, and Alvarez struggled to cut the distance effectively against the slick Nebraska native. After 12 hard-fought rounds, the judges' scorecards reflected Crawford's dominance: 116-112, 117-111, and 115-113, all in favor of Bud. As the decision was announced, Crawford dropped to his knees in celebration, fully aware of the magnitude of his achievement. With this victory, Terence Crawford not only dethrones one of boxing's biggest icons but also etches his name in the record books as the first male fighter to capture undisputed status in 3 divisions. This milestone cements his legacy alongside legends and reignites the conversation about whether he is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of his generation, or perhaps of all time. In his post-fight interview, Crawford expressed gratitude to his team, his fans, and the sport itself. "I told everyone I'm different. I believe in my skills, my preparation, and my heart. Tonight I showed the world once again. Canelo is a great champion, but history had to be made, and I made it." Canelo Alvarez, gracious in defeat, acknowledged Crawford's brilliance while vowing to return stronger. "He was the better man tonight. I gave everything, but he had answers for everything I tried. That's boxing. I'll be back." The boxing world now buzzes with questions. What's next for Terence Crawford? At 38 years old, he continues to defy time, rewriting the standards of greatness. Will he defend his newly claimed super middleweight titles, or could he retire at the absolute peak of his career, having accomplished what no other male fighter has? For Canelo, the loss marks a rare setback in an otherwise legendary career. Still, his legacy as one of the sport's most accomplished champions remains secure, and his drawing power ensures that more marquee fights await if he chooses to continue. Regardless of what lies ahead, September 12, 2025, will forever be remembered as the night Terence "Bud" Crawford turned a dream into reality and carved his place in boxing immortality. The first man to reign undisputed in 3 divisions, he has transformed into the benchmark of excellence, a standard future generations of fighters will chase, but perhaps never surpass.